Hello everyone, today I'm going to explain how I designed my poster behind the gingerbread house and the reasoning behind each visual and design choice. My goal was to create a poster that is visually engaging and also helps viewer read the story critically using Look and Freebody's 4 resources model. First, let's start with the title. The words behind the are in white font, which symbolize clarity and revelation, showing that we are uncovering hidden truth. The word gingerbread house are in orange font, reflecting warmth and sweetness. But against the darker elements of the poster, it also hints at caution, reminding viewers that the house hides danger and struggle beneath its surface. Next, background and atmosphere. The poster background is a gradient with lighter colors in the center and darker shades at the edge. This creates a moonlight effect, drawing attention to the center of the poster where the main visuals are placed. Symbolically, the moonlight represents hidden truth coming to light, revealing what lies behind the fairy tale's sweet surface. Next, we move to black branches and bats. I added black branches on the sides to create a mysterious, slightly eerie atmosphere. They guide the viewer's eyes toward the central visuals while emphasizing the dangers lurking around the story world. To reinforce this forest-like, mysterious setting, I also included bats, which symbolize fear, uncertainty, and the unknown, aligning with the story's themes of danger and survival. Now, let's look at the visuals, which connect to Look and Freebody's 4 resources model. The first one is Codebreaker. The breadcrumbs represent cleverness, survival, and strategy. In the story, Hansel leaves breadcrumbs as a trail, but they also symbolize foresight and problem solving. This connects to the codebreaker role, where readers must decode words, symbols, and actions to uncover hidden meaning. By including breadcrumbs on the poster, I wanted viewers to notice that even small details in a story carry meaning. Decoding these symbols allows us to see beyond surface level events and understand the deeper narrative and social implications. The second one is text participant. This visual emphasizes the children's resilience, cooperation, and emotional connection. Holding hands reflects their mutual support while facing danger, abandonment, and fear. The text participant role involves engaging with the story emotionally and socially. By seeing the children united, viewers are invited to empathize with their experiences and imagine themselves in the character's position. It encourages emotional participation, helping readers connect to the story on a personal level. The third one is text user. The empty bowl represents the stepmother's hunger and despair, showing that her actions are influenced by circumstances rather than inherent cruelty. The text user role involves applying the story to real-life context and understanding the moral or social lessons. This visual prompts viewers to consider scarcity, survival, and ethical decision-making. It encourages them to relate the story to human behavior and social situations, showing that narratives can teach us empathy and awareness of real-world challenges. And the last one is text analyst. The fading woman silhouette represents how female voices are gradually erased or ignored within the story. In Hansel and Gretel, the stepmother is immediately labeled as wicked and evil, while the father's role in abandoning his children is often overlooked or excused. This visual captures that imbalance. The woman is present but fading, symbolizing how her perspective and struggles are forgotten over time. This connects directly to the text analyst's role in Look and Free Bodies for Resources model, which focuses on critically evaluating text and questioning underlying power structures, ideologies, and assumptions. By including this visual, the poster challenges readers to think deeply about representation and fairness. It asks, why are female characters judged more harshly? Whose voices are missing or muted in the narrative? This critical reflection turns the simple fairy tale into a mirror for real world issues, showing how stories, even children's tales, can shape our perceptions of gender, morality, and justice. Ultimately, the fading silhouette reminds viewers that reading critically means not just enjoying a story, but also recognizing the hidden biases and social messages woven into it. Next, we're gonna look at gingerbread house, which is the central anchor. The gingerbread house serves as the central and most symbolic visual element of the entire poster. I place it at the bottom left corner not only for visual balance but also to create a sense of foundation, a base that holds the story's deeper meanings. On the surface, the gingerbread house appears bright, colorful, and inviting. Just like in the original fairy tale, it represents temptation, comfort, and the illusion of safety. However, once examined closely, this sweetness conceals something darker, a place of fear, danger, and hidden suffering. This duality captures the main message behind my counter reading, that fairy tales are not always what they seem. Beneath their charm and innocence lie themes of poverty, abandonment, survival, and injustice. The gingerbread house therefore becomes a metaphor for how appearances can deceive, how something that looks safe or beautiful may actually hide pain and inequality. In the context of Look and Free Bodies for Resources model, this visual connects to all four roles of a critical reader. As a code breaker, the reader decodes the symbolic meaning of the house, not merely as a setting, but as a constructed image that hides hardship. As a text participant, the reader engages emotionally, realizing how the children's hope quickly turn into fear once they enter the house. As a text user, the story encourages reflection on real-life situations, how people are sometimes drawn to false promises or deceptive appearances. Lastly, as a text analyst, the reader questions why the house is portrayed as so enticing and what this reveals about power, gender, and vulnerability in the narrative. The positioning of the house at the bottom left also suggests depth and grounding. It visually supports the rest of the poster's elements, symbolizing that the entire story and its interpretations are built behind this deceptive structure, hence the title Behind the Gingerbread House. The placement allows the audience eyes to travel naturally from the house upward toward the other visuals, mirroring the process of uncovering deeper meanings hidden beneath the surface. And finally, the gingerbread house ties all the poster's themes together, which are empathy, resilience, and equality hidden beneath fairy tale illusions. At the bottom of the poster, I included the sentence, empathy, resilience, and equality hidden beneath fairy tale illusions. This summarizes the key message of the story and my poster. The open books underneath reinforce the idea that these lessons come from reading and reflection. They symbolize knowledge, learning, and critical thinking, showing that understanding hidden themes requires careful and careful engagement with the text. Together, the sentence and books encourage viewers to look deeper than the surface and apply these insights in real life. Overall, my poster behind the gingerbread house brings together multiple visual and textual elements that are not only artistic but also meaningful. Every color, symbol, and placement was designed to guide viewers through the four resources model by Look and Freebody, helping them move from basic decoding to deep critical analysis. Through this design, I wanted to remind viewers that stories can teach empathy and understanding if we look closely enough. Behind the gingerbread house is not just a poster, it is a reinterpretation of a classic tale that challenges how we see good and evil, male and female, and truth versus illusion.